This is Pear Shaped in Dystopia on a Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Yes, it's Pear Shaped, and we hope you'll come to see us and don't be late. Last Wednesday of the month, Pear Shaped is just a fiver to come in, and we hope you'll be coming back again to Pear Shaped in Dystopia on a Wednesday night at 8:30.
So, welcome to Pear Shaped.
Welcome to Pear Shaped. Yes. Very excited to see you all. But, I thought World War III had already started. Somebody, when we first arrived here, said, oh, you must have seen a film called, he said, you're the right age, you must have seen a film called On the Beach. And I said, no, never saw it. And he said, oh, it's about when somebody came to live in Australia, and all of a sudden World War III had started up there. And the military people, if they went anywhere above the equator and nobody heard from them, they could, that was how they told how bad the war was. So, but in the end, everybody in Australia died as well. So it was all right. It was a happy ending. It was okay.
I'll look forward to seeing that film. Based on that review.
Yeah, it's in black and white as well. Just to it's 1960.
Yeah.
Called On the Beach, I think. Yeah. There we go.
So like Armageddon noir, that sort of genre.
Yeah.
Surely, if it's the beach, you want to see it in colour, don't you?
I need a bit more volume, sweet thing.
Oh, well, that's going
So
to
do you
differ
like that
me.
sweet thing?
It could be a naturalist beach, couldn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, you'd need your factor 50, wouldn't you? If there's a nuclear war breaking out and you're in the nip on the beach.
Yeah.
Well, according to the news, you need factor 50 right now.
Sorry, a minute.
Apparently, everybody over there is sweltering. Is a word I haven't heard.
I mean, I'm by the coast. It's sunny, but it's not sweltering today. But you know, it's been hot here. It's been hot. Oh, it's been hot. It's been terrible.
Oh, it sounds hot. You're making it sound hot.
Aren't you in permanent sun over there, though? Aren't you?
No,
we're in the mountains.
we were watching the news earlier
-3.
on. They're saying, oh, it's going to get a bit cold. And all they're showing is snow. Right? Never mentioned it. It didn't say it's going to snow.
Well, it's snowing in the Alps where the ski resorts are.
Where people go skiing.
Yeah.
But the whole weather forecast at this place said, oh, it's terrible. We're up here and down there and round the corner. And we're just looking at snow all the time. And he didn't say, by the way, it's going to snow in the Alps.
But it's
where
not.
people go skiing.
It's
Well,
not.
you have
Isn't it?
No. It
you
already
have
has.
Alps in Australia.
Yeah.
Well, they call them the Alps.
Yeah.
This is the Alps, mate.
Snowy mountains.
You realise we live in Blackheath. We're living in Blackheath. Yeah.
Great
That sounds like a
divide.
dodgy part of South London.
Yeah.
I know.
But it's beautiful.
It's
World
lovely.
Heritage site.
It's nowhere near as savage as Blackheath.
And you've got Alps.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the weathermen call.
Well, it might be just one Alp. We're not sure if there's more than one.
The snowy area.
Also, you'll be happy to hear that I have learnt my lesson from the various traumas over the last 40 sessions of Pear Shaped, is I have done absolutely no preparation whatsoever, apart from pick out a few clips, because they're all short, because we won't be able to carry this thing on too long because we're too mean to pay for it. But it is free.
You know what's happened, Brian? You've become a professional.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. I've just utterly unprepared, and I've relied on the fact that you can be quite useful at times. Yeah. So
you rely on muscle memory.
I'm glad we're on the same page then, because I've just done fuck all as well as myself. Have you fucked off loopback?
Pardon? I haven't
Have you got
it. I've got it.
No, we
Yeah,
don't
I've
use
got
it
it,
for
but-
Zoom.
But I'm not using it, no.
Well, I never learned how to use it.
I used to have the
just-
mixing desk and the processors and Zoom loop back. Everything. Fuck that. Just plugged into the fucking
That's
desk.
it.
here.
Can you watch
Computer.
your fucking language, please? This is
No,
PEAR
for
SHAPED in
fuck's
fucking dystopia. Not I'm a fucking painter and decorator and I'll say what a fucking month.
No, I'm not a painter. I'm a pensioner.
Oh, good.
Are you retired then?
I'm retired. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a side hustle.
Yeah. Was it a
It's like being a
backside
student
hustle?
again. It's
Are
like
you
being
you're trying your best to keep under the level so you get your winter fuel though, Al.
absolutely, yeah.
Don't make too much on the side.
I thought
Cash
they
in
scrapped
hand,
the
isn't
winter
it?
fuel.
They brought it back.
That's
back,
coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting that. I've got I know my rights.
Good evening. This is BBC News. Unfortunately, Mr. Starmer has had to give away the Chagos Islands.
An island?
Lord Greenhill of Harrow remarked to the British delegation at the UN that although the population mainly consisted of seagulls, unfortunately, there were a few Tarzans and Man Fridays.
And the island is here, in the South Seas.
Gee, that sounds wonderful, Ollie. Well, that sounds swell.
There were a few unforeseen problems relocating the Diego Garcia population to Mauritius. For alongside the humans and seagulls, there were quite a few dogs. Fortunately, Sir Bruce Greatbatch came up with a great plan of gassing them. Of course, it was difficult to get that one through the Privy Council in front of the Queen's corgis. But on the plus side, afterwards, there was a big barbecue with plenty of hot dogs. Unfortunately, this caused the Chagosians to form a committee.
As president of Krysstal Land, I will now choose my cabinet. Cherie, you are my vice president.
Oh, thank you, Mr. President.
Antoine, and you are my foreign minister.
I am very proud.
Giovanni, you are the minister of construction.
You couldn't have made a better choice.
Well, that's that. What about me? Stanley, you are the people. I don't want to be the people. What do you mean you don't want to be the people? There are more of you than there are of us. You mean there's a lot of me? Certainly. Oh, well, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know.
Mr. Laurel and President Hardy pay for the upkeep of their island by leasing a large military base to Britain and America. US Ambassador James Finlayson recently told Mr. Hardy that he will be using it imminently to bomb Iran. Mr. Hardy asked Mr. Finlayson to tell him that again, whereupon Mr. Trump rang Mr. Hardy and said, "All I'm asking is this one little war crime." Mr. Hardy asked, but what if the Grand Ayatollah authorizes retaliatory strikes? The people in the form of Mr. Laurel protested that "I don't want to be bombed" and "I didn't do anything," while scratching their head and blubbing. Mr. President Hardy said that this was another fine mess that Mr. Netanyahu had got them into.
Right, shall we carry on with
we should actually
Pear-shaped?
sort of introduce people.
Yes, we should
because
introduce people.
I do find it quite tedious for people to go, "Hello, my name's Dave. I've been doing this podcast for 48,000 years, and this is Trevor, and he's been doing it with me, and we're doing it for people who don't like podcasts and stuff." And they give you a great big fucking explanation. And don't forget to subscribe and like and subscribe, ring the bell, and do all that. But they do it on every single one. And they finish doing that, and then there's fucking underpants. I love old people's nappies. It stops the shit sticking to your legs. It's brilliant. So fuck all that.
Fucking underpants. I'll give you underpants.
But it is only fair to introduce people, isn't it? Who are you? Who are you? Anybody in particular?
I'm Krysstal.
You haven't dressed
Vicky,
up lately, have
depends
you?
on which.
You haven't made
I'm
much of
still
an
trying to
effort
get
with
this
your appearance.
stupid thing to do
What?
that big.
So, Brian, but this isn't a podcast, is it?
No.
I mean, that's something I won't go that low. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing I will not take part in. Is a podcast.
A podcast
This is some sort of pseudo podcast that I've been, surreptitiously roped into it, it's suddenly become one. And I don't know what I'm going
Everything's
to
a
do.
podcast.
Oh no, it can't be
Yeah.
a podcast. Don't get
No,
me
a podcast is just, it's one of these, but without the beautiful pictures.
I thought this was pear-shaped in dystopia. I thought this was different.
It's one of these, but without the
Well, everything will be a
Antipods.
podcast eventually. There's going to be no TV anymore. They're going to switch it off.
Well, I mean, I hope everyone's liking and subscribing this pear-shaped.
Yeah.
We've got a massive.
This is the new TV. That's what it is. Not a
We've got
podcast,
loads
it's
of
new
views.
TV.
But
Yeah,
we've only got 68.
But the thing is, the thing about views of this, a lot of them we should keep to ourselves, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Well, we did well on the introductions there. That went really
well,
well.
you did the intro.
I was taken
You
aback.
could introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
So,
can't we be introduced? I'd rather be introduced.
Yeah, I think so. I think
fanfare.
you're slacking, Brian.
God,
So
you're so needy. Okay, all right. You introduce this time,
Right,
just for the
so-
sake of excitement and novelty.
I can't get this stupid thing to give.
Can we have to look at Al's
Full
underpants
screen.
forever?
Sorry.
Ours underpants what?
Yeah.
Very Tracy M in that. Very Tracy M in that, Al.
Sorry. They're a prop, which I will demonstrate later.
Oh, you're going to be wearing them as a hat.
Wrong podcast, Al.
No.
Yeah. Only friends, mate.
I've discovered how to go viral with videos. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I suppose we could have a Al's underpants section. We could have our sections. Is the right age now for it? Al's section, not Alzheimer's. Al's sections. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, I can't.
So you've done something.
No, I can't.
You can't do it, can you?
I'm trying to get full screen on the speaker, which I've selected, but it won't
Well,
show the full.
Just don't do it.
Right, that's Dickie. Dickie's there. Say wave and say hello, Dickie.
Hello.
Wave. Hello, Dickie.
Hello, everybody. Please like and subscribe if I'm on a podcast.
Yeah.
And Anthony.
Anthony. I think you should. Yeah, go on.
I should do what?
No, nothing. I was talking to my assistant.
Right.
He's our managing director.
Yeah.
Elise, there you are.
I'm in charge of
That's 4 down.
the money.
That's our accountant.
And then Elise.
Yeah.
Hello, Elise.
Elise.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Elise. Elise is the
Hello,
only one
Elise.
who's relatively normal.
Well,
Yeah.
That is
And
relative.
yourself.
And
What does
there's-
relatively mean? What does normal mean?
Yes,
What does
exactly.
anything mean anymore?
Yeah, I agree. Life is meaningless.
As an American in the UK, I'm always very disappointed by the lack of green spaces and trees. There's no trees. I keep looking and I cannot see any. I just can't understand it. Why does the rain never stop? I keep wondering why there are no parks, why there are no gardens. I can't see any animals. No animals anywhere. Why are there no animals? One thing about Europe is the ancient Celtic Viking mythical myths of the Celts and the mythical Vikings and the stones. Look at these ancient mythical stones that were put here by the Vikings and the Celts and the ancient mystical people. The ancient Celtic Viking Saxons lived here. I feel a mystical draw to this place. So even though it sucks, it is my homeland. I belong here. Because we all have to feel our heartland. And my heartland is in Viking land and obviously in Germany and Italy and Spain. 4% Irish and 6.5% Scottish and 9% English and 2% Greece and 1.345% from somewhere called Inconclusive. I'm not sure where that is. I think it might be on the west coast of Italy, but I'm not sure. This is a sacred ancient grove of the ancient gods. Look at the ancient symbology. As you can see, There is no fruit or flowers. Europeans are not American, but they do have mystical ancient powers. But there are no Taco Bells.
Well done.
Marvelous.
No.
Inconclusivo.
Yeah.
Conclusive.
Conclusive.
There's a lot of people from there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be packed.
He's put one of his fucking paintings behind him. Look, he's just put it behind.
That painting, I thought it was just a view out of his window.
No,
Out the window.
That is Al.
Whenever I see a painting like that, I just say, oh, fuck me, somebody else with too much time on their hands. But you're getting on a bit now.
I'm getting on now.
You're getting on now. You haven't got time to paint fucking leaves.
There's not enough time.
You're getting like my mother. My mother was an art teacher, so whenever there's an exhibition of like amateur art, she goes in and goes, shit. You know?
Hang on.
Your art teacher mother is very much like my art teacher father then. Just sit in the corner drawing going, nah.
Sometimes do you ever think about painting? No, don't want to do that. No money in it.
You don't paint art, paint walls.
Guy came up to me in a pub recently. Don't know why. He'd been staring at me for a while. And then he asked me a question. He said, "You got a fucking problem?" And, you know, I was honest with him. I said, "Of course. I don't know anyone who doesn't have problems." I said, "Do you not have a problem then? Because if you don't have a problem..." He said, "What, is that going to be a problem?" I said, "No." I said, "If you don't have a problem, I just want some fucking advice from you, frankly. Is that, how do you not have any problems?" That'd be, and then I started listing all my problems, and then he started crying. And somebody took him away. Just think, Americanos, if only you'd pay the tea tax instead of throwing it in the dock. You'd have had free healthcare by now, wouldn't you? Yeah. But no, you wanted fascism 250 years later instead. Well, look what you got. I wonder what John Wick built up. Yeah, that was a fumble that I turned into a silly voice and laugh. I nearly fumbled again there. Normally I would edit that out, but I decided to leave that in because it was just fun to go. Yeah, it's just fun, isn't it? Yeah, you know, under fascism, that's what I like to do sometimes. Pull some faces. Have a bit of fun. Fun in the face of fascism. We'll have to start singing ridiculous stories about Trump, won't we? That kids will sing for decades after the wars are finished. You know, like Hitler's only got one bull. We need another variation for you know, fucking hell. I don't even like saying its name. But yeah, if you could get on that, Al, because I hear that you know some musicians, don't you?
Brilliant. Cole sent me a video, 13 minutes. 6 of them is going on about fucking fascist cunt. So the bit that we just played you was one of the most humorous bits. The other one, there is another one where he tells a joke and a half, and then he goes fucking fascist, and so it's more fascist. So he starts, ends, and middles with fascists. So which I think is quite a nice theme for the show. Fascism in dystopia. For this particular.
Do you think he's worried about being disappeared?
I think he's going the wrong way about not getting it.
Yeah. We can always go on one of his cruise ships, can't he? He could just go on the cruise around and round and round.
Yeah, but
working up how to start the campaign to save him.
Well, I heard there was someone who did a 4-year cruise. They timed it so that it would just coincide with Trump's presidency.
Hello, Dickie Richards here. Now, my friend was born with an extra finger on each hand and an extra toe on each foot. And over the last, I don't know, maybe sort of year and a half, he's been having a huge tattoo done all over his body. He's had the map of the world, the whole map of the world tattooed all over his body, whole map of the world. And the thing is, I mean, he's a friend I can count on. And I'll say one thing about him. I always know where I am with him.
Brilliant.
When he's on an American cruise ship, then is he still technically in America and able to smoke marijuana? Then maybe.
He's in international waters, isn't he?
Right. So he can smoke marijuana if he wants. Because I mean, maybe he's. Yeah.
I thought you were alive in the 60s.
Yes, I was. Yeah, I was.
Did you have marijuana?
I went to Morocco in 1969.
We smoked marijuana.
Did you know
missed all the fun. Yeah.
Well, I never got involved in marijuana because I was too busy with pounds, shillings, and pence. Those little tabs that you've got on the sugar.
Yeah, tabs. Yes, tabs in the 60s. Yes.
Pounds, shillings, and pence.
And Wales. Operation Julie. Elise will know all about that, being in Wales.
What?
Tabs in Wales. Operation Julie.
Well, when was this?
So that was the 70s, yes. But
okay, and you expect me to remember this, do you?
There was a massive LSD factory in Wales. That was Operation Julie.
Well, there's a lot of those now. It's just
you're from Wales, you don't know your history.
All the empty buildings. It's just yeah, probably.
Hippies, empty buildings, countryside.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, you've got that wrong. It's hippies, empty buildings, English cunts.
Yeah. They come here and ruin it all.
Yeah,
then,
I can remember 500 years of Irish history, and we got on really well with the English.
Everybody loves the English.
Yeah. There's a poem about Ireland being so green, and it goes on and on for ages. And right at the bottom it says, "And you put us next door to those fuckers." Yeah. So
we gave you the potato. I don't know what.
Thank you. Yeah, we would never have found it otherwise. And thanks for burying it.
So English people laying claim to things from America.
And beautiful England. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's Richmond
Now, why do you
Park,
get found out of America for trying to sell them fucking tea? Oh.
We have our royal parks.
Yeah. Is that a royal park?
That's Richmond. It's the Isabella Plantation. Richmond
What's
Park.
This plantation?
Well, it's outside the exterior of the Isabella Plantation. One of my favourite views over the park.
So I'm assuming, Al, that your favourite colour is green or blue.
It's got a job lot of it, Brian.
Got a good deal on the green.
2 for 1.
I think we should play another clip.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh. Hello. I'm Sean Patrick. You're you. Welcome to Poetry Nook. I believe it was Les Dennis who once said, "My advice to any young poet, keep it fresh." And what I think Les meant by that was that when we choose our words, we sometimes make the mistake of thinking a good poem has to sound serious and learned. I've chosen to try and use a conversational tone, the language of the streets, for this next piece, which I call My Dream Home. I guess I kind of figured life would turn out different to this. A house, a picket fence, 2 kids,
and us. But what you want and what you get ain't always the same. So here we are, a little maisonette on an estate. A needy dog where the kids should be. Your appalling mother stinking out the downstairs toilet. In the same spirit, it remains me to say, catch you later. But before you go, pull up a chair, take down a book, linger a while in Poetry Nook. Good night.
It's my paint stirrer. It's a paint stirrer.
Oh, tell it to the judge, Al.
Yeah,
There's a paint stirrer, Your Honour.
There you go.
Paint stirrer. It was paint.
I put that on Facebook a few weeks ago, and it had like 110 hits or something in the first day. I thought it's pointless. I'm spending all that time making videos, props and things. All I need to do is get my paint stirrer out, and it goes viral. I'd say like that. You just need a paint stirrer.
You are.
You are a
filthy git, Al. Filthy.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Probably make some algorithm work, Al. You know, there's probably some algorithm that's picking that up as a mathematical formula.
Yeah.
You know,
get your paint stirrer out.
Get your paint stirrer out. Get your stirrer out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably what people will stop and like not be mesmerised by, but you know what I mean? They'll go like, I'll watch it for like 3 minutes. So you're right, the algorithm would just, it might go viral, Al. Well done, mate. I'm just concerned about your winter fuel payment, mate. Just be careful.
Yeah. I've got my paint stirrer.
Aren't there videos that people watch like paint drying?
Yeah,
like,
Al makes them.
Yeah.
Papering ceilings.
Literally watching paint dry.
Well, the great thing about old paint
meditation.
is it doesn't fucking dry.
It takes years to dry.
Still damp. Like
the biggie, the big one. Where's the big one? No.
Well, don't show us the big one, Al.
No, it goes on. But the one of me wallpapering a ceiling, that's at like 360 hits or something.
Right, it's gone quite.
Killed the room with that one, yeah.
The USA was as good as they say, and the people were half as free. What a fantastic, wonderful, marvelous place the world would be. In case you haven't noticed, sorry I must be blunt. It never can be because, you see, the place is full of nasty, horrible fiends and thugs and people who drink and smoke. They run about and wave and shout and think it's all a joke. They wheel and deal and lie and steal if everyone dared to see. Oh, if only everybody else was half as nice as me. They've got pots and pots of money inherited from Papa. Bank accounts in Switzerland, and planes and yachts and cars, mansions down in Surrey, and villas in Vermont. And money runs a brothel, and it's simply packed with racist twats in MAGA hats who love to shoot their guns. And anyone voting Democrat, and illegal immigrants. And as for grovelling J.D. Vance, that repulsive little runt, if he cuts his throat, he'll get my vote. The man is conservative. Fucking conservative, yes. The orange turd, a man of words, took us by surprise, with stolen votes and promises, and all of them were lies. An outdoor man with an indoor tan, red hat and long red ties, who lies and lies and lies and lies and lies and lies and lies. Lie, 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 lie. Many great philosophers, Nietzsche, Plato and Marx, seem to agree with my thesis. Even the brilliant Descartes would happily make the assertion, though Donald is out in front, and reach the final conclusion that all politicians are cunts. They're cunts. They're cunts. They're cunts. Yes, all politicians are cunts. Time for another sip.
Too many people today make really bad investments, and here's one of the worst you can make. It's called chicken. But look at the small print. 28th of March. It's depreciating as I stand here, even if I put it in the fridge. What hope is there for this as an investment? 28th, that's 4 days, and then it's gone. Uneatable. And even if you use your assets, these are the dividends that you have to look forward to. It all disappears, goes down the plug hole, becomes literally down the drain. You could have invested that £4 in the S&P 500. All a waste of money. And if you'd have taken that £4 40 years ago and invested it in the S&P 500, by today you'd have £1 million, and like me, you could live in a windmill. Because the thing about the S&P 500 is it goes up and 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 never down, not even in 1929.
I've decided to become a clown, just like my dad. I've got some pretty big shoes to fill. Alfie Bo's dad, Harry, is a sweet man. Moses was a basket case. All optimists have the same blood type, B positive. My mate tried to make me take animal nitrate, but I couldn't be swayed. I thought that my blood type was A negative, but that turned out to be a typo. Postman Pat is so poor, he can only afford a black and white cat. Phil Collins' album, No Jacket Required, was recorded in the city of Newcastle. I was going to invest in Apple, but I'm not impressed with their turnover. I wrote a joke about an Apple Mac, but it's not very PC. The baby on that Nirvana album cover went on to be one of the Waterboys. I used to think that Debbie Does Dallas was a porno remake of Alien.
Brilliant.
Oh, Al.
Yeah.
We've got it featuring eating melon.
Yeah.
Might go for the gala review.
Al's got his melons out.
He's doing product placement, isn't he? I know he's side hustle. He's working down the veg stall or the fruit stall down the market.
Yeah, that apple turnover joke was gold. That one, the apple turnover. That was as good as one of yours. That I was expecting
better.
Yeah.
Streets ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it as an insult. That's not good enough to be an insult. So, well, it's all gone a bit awkward now, isn't it?
Oh, body form for you. I'm Sean Patrick. You're you. Welcome to Poetry Nook. It's easy to forget, isn't it, that one of the conditions of being a poet, getting more in touch with our physical and spirit world, is that we accept the progress of technology and culture. But in doing so, what are we leaving behind? What is the price of this glory? This is a poem called Ecology. Ecology. Mankind cannot eat petrol. Mankind cannot drink buildings. Mankind cannot buy love. Mankind cannot wash its face in molten gold. That said, I do like a nice carvery. Swings and roundabouts. Assuming our planet continues to be spared by the ever-marching forces of consumerism, I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, pull up a chair, take down a book, linger a while in Poetry Nook. Good night.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Poetry. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Do people see all these little squares?
Say that
do
again?
people see it as? Do people see all these little? Can they see it as we see it?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Gallery view.
Oh,
Gallery
right,
view.
much
So
older.
then I'm reacting.
People animated. I'm sitting there being like, oh yeah, it's going on now.
I've got a column, not a gallery. A column. I've got a column.
Oh, well, that's just you, Al.
Well, I've got a column.
I'm recording different views. So at the moment we've got everybody on screen, and then every now and then when someone's speaking for any sort of length of time,
Yeah, whenever Al interrupts, he gets on the screen on his own.
Whenever Al starts munching his melons, he gets to be on the full screen.
As an American in the UK, I want to talk about the bread. Look at this! Something that never happens in the USA. Look at this. I bought this 6 months ago. Why is there no butter? Is the tea made of leaves? Why is there no creamer for coffee? And where are all the freezers? And why are there no blankets? And why doesn't the chocolate taste like a dog threw up in my mouth? It's delicious. What's up with that? No purses. There's no sun. And why are all the couches blue? And why are the scones round? And why are the peanut butter cups so small? And where are all the tortilla chips? And where are all the pecan pies? No art. No trees. But at least I have a blue rug. And an orange pillow.
How big is that fucking melon?
I'm on my second piece of melon, my second melon.
Oh, all right.
They come in pairs.
Okay.
Is it a piece or a slice? Or a wedge?
It's a slice, isn't it?
A slice, is it?
I thought this was a green room. That's why I got my melons out. I got.
Well,
greengrocery room.
Melons always remind me of the 1970s. There was sort of that sort of thing in the 1970s that was regarded as a luxury rather than a kind of a bit of a torture. I remember going to functions and being forced to eat melon.
Yeah.
And I don't really
Yeah,
like.
especially if you're allergic to it, because your mouth goes all red and stingy.
Yeah, that's what happens to me.
Well, no, I'm not allergic to it. It just tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, everything tasted like shit in the 70s.
Yeah, that's true. There was no washing up.
Hang on, Angel Delight, come on.
That as well, yeah.
Yeah, but everything
Angel
looked
Delight
like
was
shit in the 70s, didn't it?
Yeah,
Everything was brown. Brown was that was the colour of the 70s.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about Edward Jenner. Don't know much about Louis Pasteur. But I do know that I'm RFK. And Trump made me health secretary. And I do know if you're ignorant to what an unhealthy world it could be. Don't know much about UNESCO. Don't know much about polio. Don't know much about Coptic spots. Don't know much about Neil Filatov.
but I do know that I'm RFK, and Trump made me health secretary. And I do know if you're ignorant too, in an iron lung we could be.
That was dark.
Some good rhymes in there. Some good rhymes in there.
Dark.
But that's it, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, it was what that kind of idea that's good on paper, but when you put it pictures to it, it's just terrific. You know, things like Angel Delight were a kind of technological revolution in that there were no dishwashers. If there had been dishwashers by that period, I don't think we'd have seen Angel Delight.
No.
Why?
No one invents things like that anymore because there's no need for it.
No, but have you had the modern version of Angel Delight? It's nothing like it used to be. You know, it's terrible. So I think in some ways we've gone backwards.
Yeah. Dream topping.
What about Smash? You know, the main dish.
Oh, you can still get that, but it's actually it used to be in sort of squares, so it would never turn into potato. It would just turn into lumps that are slightly warm. But now it does turn into potato. So
it was a powder in the 70s.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember it being little chunks.
No, not where I come from.
No,
we got powder.
Yeah, proper powder.
Al, tell us about powdered eggs.
Special Smash in Wales.
The Smash. We're at Smash patties. We're at Smash and corn beef patties. Used to make. No wonder I was crap at games.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Well, what
so
was
you can
the
still
little
get
squares?
Smash. Great.
Maybe you had some special type of mash that was Smash that was only made for Wales.
No, this is Mandela effect. I was obviously in a different universe from you.
Well, that was Wales, wasn't it? I mean,
it's true. They did try things out on us, and they'd come on the TV, and they go, no, they wouldn't come on the TV, but they would go, this is new, and they've had that for years. They were experimenting on us with it to see whether it would turn us green or.
They probably go, look at these little humans with their little cubes.
Yeah. They can't make mashed potato like we can. It's like what they did to Ireland, only with Smash.
Yeah.
No wonder we all had terrible rickets and everyone was falling apart. Max voice, that's what we had. Yeah. That's what was warming.
Huggy.
Oi.
Hello, I'm Theo Carpathius. I invented Superdry. It was great. I sold really cheap rubbish clothing, which just happened to have Japanese signs on it, which meant absolutely nothing at all. I put it in a translator and made up some absolute rubbish. And people still bought it because they are stupid. People often ask me, why was it that Superdry went bust? Well, here's the problem. I put this Superdry in Croydon, and as you can see, its business model is to keep people super dry under the leaky roof. Recently, the Whitgift Foundation decided, after years and years of it pissing down on people, to fix the roof. Well, that was the end of my business model. Nobody wanted naff clothing anymore, particularly with Japanese symbols on it, when we might be going into World War III. See you later for more business tips.
That's what it's Smash. That's what you want to Smash. You want to be some Smash, don't you?
Oh, he's obsessed with
yeah,
it.
that would make it.
Wait to whip that out, could you?
Whip it up. Whip up the instant whip up the Angel Delight and the.
Actually, you could make a big batch of Angel Delight with
like
that.
a trifle.
Yeah.
A Smash trifle.
Yeah.
Yes. Smash on the bottom and Angel Delight on the top.
Yeah, and then instant. Yeah, and then dream topping.
Covered in carnation milk.
No, it's got to be vegan. A bit sort of vegan, savoury Knickerbocker glory.
Did you ever used to get what was that other milk you used to get? Sterilised milk.
Sterilised milk.
That's all of it, isn't it?
God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it had a bottle top on it.
You had like a different shaped bottle, but it was
with the bottle top on it. It didn't have a bottle top.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, don't get me started.
Don't get
Wow. The nostalgia.
The nostalgia.
Way we lived then.
Yeah. I found
But
out
yes,
the other day that apparently rib condoms don't taste like ribs. That was a disappointment.
I was thinking about, you know, like,
Yeah, okay. You're not,
like
you're
when
not supposed to
people
taste them. But...
Well, you got to check out the flavour.
What did you say, Anthony?
I was thinking about trans people when they have to change their name.
Yeah.
You could sort of mitigate against that. There's all those names like amber, which is really a geological mineral, isn't it? Which is thousands of years old. So you can't dead name that, can you? Because it's
been dead for a long time. Yeah.
So there's a whole load of geological substances we could name people after.
Just call everyone Rock.
The worst one I came over recently was someone who was named after a day of the week. Because when you want to make an appointment, that's really annoying, isn't it? Oh, Wednesday, I've got you an appointment on Friday.
Yeah, there are a few people called Tuesday, aren't they? There's a few actors and things called Tuesday.
And Wednesday, famously from the Addams Family.
Yeah, the Addams Family, yes.
Yeah.
And Bin Day.
And the geezer who lives on the island.
Bin Day, yeah, that was
over here. Bin Day. Wednesday is Bin Day. You put the
Well, it
bins
depends
out for
what blue
Thursday.
bin day or black bin day or brown bin day.
No, yellow bin day.
Yellow bin day.
And Man Friday. That could be controversial.
And there's
the guy who lives on the island. Yeah, Man
There's
Friday.
a place
Man
in the
Friday.
UK called St Albans.
Right.
That's a rubbish name for a place, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Croydon Council cannot empty the bins on any day.
No, and
it doesn't matter what day of the week it is. They're not emptying the bin.
No, but like Birmingham, I mean, are they still in? Are they still like in 8 feet of rubbish? Birmingham.
Well, no, it's all right at the moment. They go through phases. There was one time when they didn't empty the bins for ages, so I just wrote to the council and said, "Well, look, I've got all this stuff. I thought I could take it to the dump, and then I thought, well, actually, it's your rubbish, and your office is equidistant between me and the dump. So it would be cheaper and simpler for everyone to turn it. I just brought it around your place, stuck it in the reception.
Well, on your
closed the
doorstep.
receptions instead.
Yeah, get all those free post envelopes and stick it in the post, because the postal service is in danger of not existing. So we have
I did that. I sent my letters on bits of rubbish to the council. So I used cardboard that you know.
Oh, baked bean tin.
Yeah.
That's recycling. I knew somebody who used to recycle bicycles.
Free bicycle.
No, what you're going to say, condoms then?
No, bicycles. They used to recycle them into carburetors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh, right.
Oh, I thought it was a setup to a joke.
The bit where the bit where the gear things are, the pedally bits.
Don't go
They
there.
recycled a bike into a car.
He's talking bollocks.
Talking bollocks, yeah.
There's a gimmick. Talking
Prime
bollocks.
time.
With your ribbed condom.
Puppetry of the penis.
I was getting stuck in with my angle grinder there, cutting the bike up to make the carburettor. Yeah, I'd be all right in a desert island.
Yeah, off you go, Al.
And what do you do with a carburettor on a desert island? You ain't got no petrol pumps.
Imagine
That's a good name for somebody if they want to change the name. Carburettor.
Carburettor.
It's very
Do you have an oxyacetylene cutter as your luxury then, Al?
Well, no, I haven't got one of them yet. That's on my bucket list, actually. I want to learn to weld. Yeah, I never learned to weld.
Oh, welding's easy. Welding's easy.
Yeah, what with bottles?
You just go like that, look.
No, but with bottles.
Yeah, oxyacetylene. Yeah. It's all about your molten pool.
Yeah.
What are we talking about now?
And the right glasses.
The right
you need the glasses.
You're right, need protective glasses.
It'd give the neighbours something to look at from their loft extension, wouldn't it?
Oh, you should try to get a plasma cutter. They're good.
Yeah.
That's
Lots of sparks.
have some fun with that. Oh yeah.
You have to use blood in it.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. If you
I like it when people come and they say to me, how can I build this out of the strongest material? And I'll say, well, you could get a diamond one, but you know, there might be a cost issue.
Depends how many. If you want to build a carrot out of a diamond.
Carrot.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to bring it back to greengrocery.
It's a pun.
Puns.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
The diamond. I'm getting a bit Damien Hirst.
Carrot
isn't
with
it?
one R.
Yeah.
I reckon we should have another clip. It's getting really fucking boring.
Yeah, save us, please.
We've used up all the best clips.
Yeah, we've just got rubbish
okay.
left now. So we'll
okay.
recycle one or two of them. So go on.
Well,
No matter what bin day it is, just stick some rubbish on.
Right, I'll have to go.
I
ends up in
put one
landfill
of
anyway.
Elise's on because she sent about fucking 15.
Right, hang on.
I said 4. I said don't use them all, and then you just randomly picked one. It's not my fault.
Here are more things you cannot find in the UK or Europe. No lemonade. And no ice. No fridges. No water coolers. No peanut butter. They do not do microwaves. Keep looking. No microwaves. No. No freezers. No hot sauce. And still no yellow mustard. No spices. Why can't I find Cheetos? Why? Nobody eats cereal. No sweet potatoes. No tomatoes. No ketchup. No Jell-O. No mayo. I keep looking. I cannot find any of these things. I'm so thirsty. I think I might have taken this too far. And an orange pillow.
Now you're going to get waxed up.
Hey,
That's all right.
Why do we have wax in area? That's a good question. Why do we have wax in it? What wax?
It's to
What does it
defend
do?
against.
It works its way out.
Look in these things.
Takes all the dirt with it.
It's meant to absorb the bacteria.
No, it can't be that.
But then it builds up when you listen to loud techno music and things, and then
But very slowly. I mean, how long's a techno song? At best, 8 minutes, maybe.
No, the 12-inch remix.
You know.
Zip, 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 boom.
Hello, Dickie Richards here. I once met a girl with a narrowboat, and I don't mean she had a vessel. No, she had a really thin face, and she was statuesque. Yeah, well, stony faced. She was stony faced, and she had a really magnetic personality. Yeah, she was attractive, and yet at the same time repulsive. Now, we shared something very special, yeah, a really rare form of gonorrhea. And she had an infectious smile, yeah. She had really bad impetigo. She was a cartoonist, right? She was a cartoonist, and not like she wouldn't do caricatures or anything like that, but it was almost like that stop motion stuff, like the Disney films. Cartoonist, and she would do that, but she would, and rather than keep a diary, she would do these cartoons about our relationship, and I tell you what, it really was a long, drawn out affair.
According to Dickie, it's not even a podcast. I don't know what the fuck
It's not a podcast,
going
no.
on
It's
here.
not a podcast. I hope it's not, because I can't.
We're YouTubers.
Video
Oh
cast.
wait, no, we're not even YouTube. I thought we were StreamYarders.
No, StreamYard. We
gosh,
fucked
that's so last
StreamYard off.
year.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to StreamYard, eh? Back in the, remember the days when we had StreamYard, everything was brown and gaudy patterns and all that, and proper Angel Delight.
They put the fees up, didn't they? Charging for it.
Yeah,
I'm
ridiculous
not paying
amounts.
for it.
And we were supposed to be on a lifetime plan of like $10 US a month. And it was supposed to be a lifetime plan, and then somebody bought them out and decided
they were
to avoid everything. And it went up to nearly $50. Like $10, nearly $50.
That's like them prepaid funeral plans. Don't ever buy, because if you buy one, you're like 3 years down the line, the company will go out of business, and then when you pop your clogs, you just be left there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with StreamYard. I mean, it's not the same thing, but it's a similar thing.
Yeah.
Well, it was run by a couple of blokes who really enjoyed it and answered everybody's questions and helped everybody out. And it's just been taken over by people who don't give a fuck. And they told everybody, right, it's the price has quadrupled. And
yeah, it doesn't seem to be very popular online. StreamYard increased its monthly pricing by 80%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. It was just nuts. That's how, as far as I'm concerned, we can fuck off. So,
so what's like just people that want to make money out of it.
And there is there's no customer service now. Just people with problems asking other people how to solve their problems. So
that's the new model now. That's the forums. Yeah, forums.
So
help yourself.
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have one of those awkward conversations where no one knows when to leave.
What like we're having now? It's sort of like now because some of us want
you
to
hang up.
leave.
Yeah, no, you hang up.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Have we peaked? Have we peaked?
We peaked ages ago.
Peaked?
Yeah.
Have we ever peaked?
Like instant with an angel delight.
We've troughed.
Look, I know when I've peaked.
Less than a minute.
We all know when you've peaked, Brian.
But does anyone else?
With your
I know when everybody's peaked.
I'm so thirsty. I think I might have taken this too far.
Have you had one of those tests? I'll tell you.
I've had 2 of those tests. Every couple of months they update it, and I get a new place I'm definitely not from. I've had Melanesian and Native American and Spain, and then they change it. It's like, no, it's actually Norway, and then they change it again. It's like, nah, you're just Welsh, and I go, yeah, that's what happened there.
Do they put you in touch with? Can you do they say we found another cousin?
Oh,
so
yes, I'm getting cousins all the time. Family secrets all over the place. It's like, I've got uncles I didn't know about. Nobody else did too. Oh, no.
Well, I mean, I've contacted all of them and none of them have given me any money.
I just think,
what's the point?
Family history, isn't it? Because that's what everybody needs is more fucking relatives.
Yeah.
I've got so many cousins. I don't really like some of my cousins. Don't get me wrong. I've got about 12 or 15 that are close cousins, and some of them are quite nice. But to be honest, I'd rather the ones that I don't know that are like 6 generations distant. I can go, they're my new cousins. I like them better. I've never met them.
Yes. We all prefer the ones we don't know.
A fun hobby, finding new people that you're related to.
Oh, well, I had a period of doing that in the 80s. She's worked out her and discovered these people who were related to. It was like, why? You know, I mean, they all came from the same village, so it's not really a mystery.
No.
I mean, they're all in the graveyard for forever.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, oh, they're there, aren't they? You know, because people didn't go anywhere.
I discovered that her ancestors murdered all my ancestors.
Oh no!
Well, they obviously had a lot of sense, Brian. They had a lot of sense in
she still ended up with me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back far enough, your ancestors killed your ancestors because they're all related in the end. Especially Charlemagne. Yeah. Everyone that's got any sort of European ancestry at all is somehow related to Charlemagne. We're all the royals.
Well, if you go back
they're all related to each other, so.
If you go back to like 1600, there were only 4 million people in England, and now there are like 56.
There are about 1 million in 1066, so the chances of not being related to them are.
Yeah.
So, but we'll all have a common ancestor, won't we? We'll all have like there'd be like an amoeba somewhere.
No, there's the original Eve, isn't there? There is a theory of the original Eve that there was actually 2 people.
Was that the evening before human beings?
They were probably black.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have been. But yeah, no, there's a load of things you can trace it back through your mother's, or through your father's back to the beginning of time.
A little while ago, I saw it was a cartoon actually of the first fish to leave the ocean and walk onto the beach. And there was another fish in the water saying, "Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you." So they
why don't we just have like a 2-minute awkward silence?
Yeah, what we could do is we could each have a turn of 10 minutes of awkward silence. What do you think?
Awkward silence, yeah.
I
think I might do an Edinburgh show called that, just 45 minutes awkward silence.
Ah, that's nice.
That'd be easy to write, wouldn't it? I could write a new show every year.
Are you going to Edinburgh this year, anybody?
Yeah. I think you're going up as well, aren't you, Elise? Yeah. So yeah.
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Mine's the same show again, just different year.
Oh, I don't know what mine is yet. I haven't really written it. I'm like, I know. What
have you got a title?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, put it as theatre, but it's probably not theatre. But I didn't want Steve Bennett from Chortle to come and hunt me down and give me another 2-star review and scathing, biting, "This isn't comedy" comments that haunt me for years. Because I got them already. I don't need any more of them.
Listen, if someone gives you a 2-star review, it's not your fault they've got a tiny penis, is it? Do you know what I mean? So I'm worried about it.
I reckon if you went up with a show called Steve Bennett is a Cunt, I reckon you would probably get 5 stars for that, probably from the other acts.
It would be a popular choice. Yeah.
Or who is Steve Bennett?
Yeah.
The thing is, I've met him when gigs have got cancelled, and we're just socialising afterwards. And he seemed like a lovely bloke.
He's very nice.
As soon as he sees him,
Yes.
Very nice in
he's
real
lovely.
life.
He's a lovely bloke. Just as
on
long as he's not
paper.
in your audience.
Yeah, just
He
on paper.
he advertised on our posters the first time we went up there
Yeah,
because
he sponsored us.
he didn't know, he's got this new thing called Chortle and he didn't know what to fucking do with it.
Yeah.
So he gave us £100 to have a little logo stuck on the posters.
It's your fault.
Yeah, so it wasn't just us.
Well, no wonder you like him. No wonder you like him so much.
But then he realised that one didn't have a future, really. You can't sponsor people and review them at the same time.
In fact, maybe I could sponsor Chortle. That's a good one. That's not a bad shout, actually. I'll do a big sponsorship, Chortle and the Scotsman. I'll do a big sponsorship.
They're obliged to. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah,
it's a good idea.
And you play some politics. You may as well do it in comedy.
5-star reviews coming out of my ears. Yeah, I'll be everywhere. That'd be great. I want my nose in the trough. That's what I want. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
When we did go up. I made up a quote because it was Brian and Krysstal. I put 2 fucking stars, right? And the fucking was made up of 5 stars. 2 fucking stars. A Scotsman. Scotsman.
We did have a
The thing is, the 2 stars was the highlight, really, because the year afterwards, I was in a show with somebody else, and we got 2 1-star reviews, and they never spoke to me again. It's not my fault. Them that got the bad review. I just happened to be in the show.
The thing is, I sort of wanted to be reviewed, and then I got reviewed, and and now I just think, oh fuck off. You know what I mean? If a reviewer comes to my show, they better have a bloody good reason for being there, I reckon.
I have a kind of a low regard for people who go to see a show because it's got 4 or 5 stars. I don't know fuck all about it, and they're just sort of going on because somebody said so. And what was his name? Will
Hodgson.
Will Hodgson, when the rumor was going around that he was going to be nominated for something,
Best Newcomer, and then he got a 5-star review in The Guardian.
Yeah.
Well, all these Guardian readers came to see his show and they couldn't understand a word of it.
Before they arrived, there was uproarious laughter coming from the room when he was on. When they all arrived, they were sitting there going, well, apparently he's got a good review.
Yeah.
So it was just fucking
But they didn't understand his references. They didn't understand his accent. And they just didn't get it at all. But but they still had to say it was a good show because it had 5 stars from The Guardian.
Yeah.
And he was going to be the best newcomer.
Illusion.
So they just sort of went.
Reputation. Yeah.
Illusion. Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? And then also all that sort of, there's lots of things where nights build themselves as up the latest up and coming.
Oh yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I've been and gone. I've been been and going.
I've been up and coming for 25 years.
Oh God!
Don't play the game.
No, it's the thing. It takes the fun out because you end up sort of like, you know. I mean, when I did my first one up there, I was like, oh, it'll be nice to get a review, and it'll be, what do people think of it? Actually, it's just meaningless, isn't it? You're better off just to have
I was
fun.
convinced we were going to win awards the first time I went up. I went up with somebody's sketch show. It was like, oh no, I'm not going to be there today. What if the reviewers and the awards people come? It's like, you're not going to win awards. I was devastated. I was like, what?
I've just had a better idea. Dickie, you go up with a show, all reviewers' accounts. That's going to work, isn't it? You'll get a reaction that the reviewers will come along and they'll have to go, oh, I've got to see what this fucking bloke's all about. And every single one of them will give you 1 star and you can add them all up.
That's a good idea. Maybe who are the most prominent reviewers? Maybe we could do like some sort of like a theatre piece where these 2 reviewers like either fall in love or have some sort of torrid affair or something like that.
Well, they could review each other's physical performance.
Good idea. There we go. There we go. You give that. It's a solid start, but
no sense of humour about their own reviews though. Because after I got the 2-star review, I found out I was like, this is unfair. And I was looking at all the other people who was respectable and good acts getting 2-star reviews, and I went to that like the party, the So You Think You're Funny party, and I was like, hey, you got a 2-star review too. We should have a gang. And everyone was like looking at me like don't remind me. And everyone was really, really angry at me, and I was like, it's meaningless. Let's all make friends. Let's gang up. And they were like, no. Can
you imagine if they'd have got a 5-star review and you speak to them and you say, well, I got a 2-star, they wouldn't want to talk to you. They go, oh no, wait, so
Who was it that had got a T-shirt made? His review was grindingly mediocre. So he got a T-shirt made up. Grindingly mediocre.
I think that was Stuart Lee or
somebody. I don't know who it was, but they sort of made a thing out of it. Like, fuck it.
Or if you
get what I got is Anthony Miller has a sense of humour that is so dry it is verging on the arid.
Very nice.
We had one guy say, I laughed so hard I nearly blew a kidney out my arse.
So we put that on the post.
Put that on the post.
That's funny, isn't it? That's funny, a funny and a kind, genuine quote.
Al, are you trying to? You're muted.
What's this?
You're muted, Al.
There we go. Right. This is the T-shirt for my band in the 90s. Keep music crap.
Oh, that's nice. Well, are you the only one carrying on the tradition then?
I sold thousands of these T-shirts. I know I sold thousands because I bought thousands to sell.
Oh right. So you've just got the one left.
That's the one left.
Your
aim. Do what?
Did you achieve your aim?
Well, he's fucking made up for it at Pear Shaped.
This is I'm celebrating. This is 20 years I haven't been at Glastonbury, which is great.
Oh right. It's
20th anniversary.
I couldn't think of anything worse now.
Yeah.
Walking around for 5 days with
very corporate.
Well, we did.
They're the only people that can afford it now.
The last time we went to Glastonbury, I remember for a start we were fucking frozen cold, and I remember sitting in a tent with half a dozen comedians. They've all had mushrooms, and one of them said, "I'm having the best time I've ever had in my life." Wow. And I thought, well, if you're fucking having a good time, I don't want any mushrooms. There is a mushroom
they were
thing.
all just completely out of it.
There's a thing here, I don't know if you heard about it over there, the lady with the death cat mushrooms.
Yeah.
Invited her relatives around for dinner.
Wellington.
So there's still the judge is still doing his summing up and direction things. and then they'll go into deliberation probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating. It's a fascinating story.
Was she making food for her? Was it for one person, or was she?
No, ex.
Something.
Her ex.
Her in-laws.
So 3 people died, and one person was very ill, and she said she was ill, but there's some controversy whether she was actually ill or whatever. There's all sorts of ins and outs. It's been on the news every day here, and just getting all the updates and the latest.
So she's been tried for like murder and attempted murder, is it?
Yeah. No, they've dropped the.
We'll have a look at that.
They've dropped the attempted murder. The ex-husband has dropped that. They're just a murder charge. Yeah, which is bad enough.
Well, I'll have a read up on that. That's great.
Yeah,
So
it's very interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Not mushrooms again.
Didn't she say she got them at a farmer's market and then said no, she looked at them, found them in the woods, and then she changed the story again?
Oh, she kept changing the story. She said she went foraging and that she had a dehydrator and she dehydrated them. Then she said she got them from some Asian shop, but she couldn't remember where. And then so she just kept changing her story. And we could go on for hours about it, but it's very interesting. But it's going to be
fascinating.
Yeah.
There'll be a documentary about it the day when it resolves, either guilty or not guilty. There'll be a documentary the next day. They do on the telly. They just like if something happens the next day. They've got a whole documentary about it. You go, look,
there's some great murder documentaries. I saw one about Fred West, and apparently they caught him because all the children kept going to school and saying, "Well, Daddy says if I'm not good, he's going to bury me under the patio like my sister."
Good boy, Eric.
The psychologist said, well, the thing was, they get me in to look at the house and what I can tell about the people looking at their choice of interior furnishings. And after I've been doing this for like an hour, it suddenly occurred to me, well, it's quite nice in here. Why was he burying people in the garden? And then it occurred to me, well, obviously he had to bury them in the garden because the house was already full.
My mum swears that he came to a dance around here and she had a dance with him, and she swears.
Yeah.
Near enough, it could be.
Does she regret not going round his house afterwards?
Well.
What was the other guy? It was the other guy. Was it Dennis Nielsen? He's the one who flushed people down.
Oh, yeah.
He got caught, didn't he? He got caught.
Dennis Nielsen was ahead of his time because he was a man working in the job centre who used to kill vulnerable people. You know, I mean, he was ahead of his time there, wasn't he?
It's just half a mile away from where I live. Onslow Gardens.
I used to live in Muswell Hill.
Yeah, it's just up the road. And the pub he used to go, the Alexander, the pub where he used to go and score. Score his victims, not score drugs. Score his victims.
So apparently they pulled up the guy pulled up the drain or something, and he went, "What's that?" He went, "I think it's Kentucky Fried Chicken." They put out hands coming out. Go, fucking hell.
Well, humans are supposed I think humans are supposed to taste a bit like chicken and cross between chicken and pork. So there you go.
Nah, they don't.
They call it long pig. Right? Is that called long pig amongst cannibalistic tribes?
Is it right?
So I think we're more pork than chicken.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure.
Depends what cuts you get, probably.
Yeah.
When I first moved down to London, the people I started working for, the decorating company, they were decorating the house across the road from Dennis Nielsen's. And because before the story broke, they turned up for work, and suddenly the house across the road, his house, was covered in scaffolding and tarpaulins and things. And thought, wow, that's a bit serious, just because they thought somebody just started decorating across the road,
If you wonder, are these serial killers rare, or we just haven't caught them and they're all over the place, and everybody's next door neighbour has got people.
Probably not as rare as you think.
The thing I find weird is, like Dennis Nielsen's flat or whatever, you can still go and live in it. Whereas now they tend to demolish these places.
Yeah.
There was some serial killer in New Addington. They had to pull the house down. So there's
the
like
West
all these
House,
row
the
of
West House
houses
is
and then a gap.
yeah, the West House is leveled now, isn't it? In just a way. Yeah, but so Nielsen's house is still there, but maybe it's just like
It's
a
still
tasty part
there.
of London.
But
Because
Fred West was a builder, so there's
hard,
probably
isn't it?
tons of houses with bits of body in the walls.
Yeah.
All over West Country.
Foundation,
The,
you know, a metre of concrete, perfect.
Yeah.
One of the
yeah,
more
it's never going to get moved, is it? Yeah.
One of the more notorious ones in Australia was in South Australia, and they found loads of these great big tubs of acid, and they just sort of put the bodies in the acid and just kind of like, with it, you know, hadn't all disintegrated apparently completely, but well, they'll never know exactly how many because they never admitted it.
Who was the guy? Who was
He decided at least 9 people were in the.
Was he the acid bath? Is that guy acid drop? Was that Hanratty?
There wasn't a British
No, that was
acid bath murderer.
Crispin or something, wasn't it?
Christie.
What's he, the acid bath?
Yeah, he's in
Christie.
Madame Two Swords, isn't he?
Is he?
Christie. I thought he put them in, but I thought he wallpapered over them in the wall.
John
Hayes,
Wellington Place, right? So that's that, and then is it? Yeah, I know which one you. Oh yeah,
Christie was the one.
I feel the start of a podcast coming on.
Yeah.
Murder podcast.
Well, Hanratty lived in Kingsbury, and I used to live in Kenton. When we first arrived from Ireland, people were talking about Hanratty because he had just been, I think, found guilty. This was 62, 63. So he was the talk of the day at the time. And I used to go to school with people who kind of lived a few doors away from him, you know. So.
Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, but it's macabre, but it's fascinating, isn't it? I find myself watching these like murder shows. So if there's nothing, if I'm bored and there's stuff on TV, it's either going to be a murder show or something about the Nazis.
There's a live
or forensics.
Yeah, no, either that or them car auctions. That's the other one. Or Aussie gold hunters.
I used to like a nice documentary on the Nazis. The Nazis' war and the Nazis' architecture.
Yeah. What was it? Forgotten Nazi bases. That sort of stuff.
I've got a collection of Nazi salutes that I keep in my bedroom.
Yeah. I like all the gory forensic stuff. That's what I like. All that stuff. I love that stuff.
Fascinating. The exploding submarine.
Yes, I was going to say the
Titanic.
The Wow. That's scary. It's like, look at that bucket of rust. Who in their right mind would ever, at any point, gone in that?
Well, yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. You go. Well, I mean, maybe you would go in like a properly built submersible. You like with David Attenborough. He goes, "Come on, we're going to go." You might go, right? But this guy's gone. Who made that? He goes, "I built it myself in the garage." You know.
Well, I think it's fiberglass or something because you can get more strength. I think like you can get if you get the right polymer. I think the mistake he made was you haven't got the shape right. So the pressure sort of had like those BOAC aircraft where the windows were square. So the windows
the comets,
out.
Yeah.
But
presumably he's got a pressure hull inside it, and I don't know. But
it was made of carbon fibre, so it kept snapping. It was like bits of string all come together. So every time it snapped, it's like, well, how are you going to mend that? You're not. You're just going to die.
Why didn't they make the whole thing out of titanium? The end caps just blew off, didn't they?
They didn't. They made it out of carbon fibre and then put a thin layer of titanium on the outside to make it look like it was a real one.
Yeah.
And the thing is, but nothing would blow off out, would it? It would actually it would go in, wouldn't it?
It imploded and then it exploded. Yeah.
Well, that's going to hurt in the morning, isn't it?
Well, of her, isn't there?
And it was. And it just bolted it. Yeah. When you went inside, you got bolted in.
Yeah, and there was footage of it, and the person bolting them in kept dropping the bolts on the floor. Going, I'll just pick that.
You know what? In some ways, right? In some ways, a tragic accident, but some ways that's natural selection, isn't it? Really? You know what I mean? Let's got rid of them. Fucking hell.
His wife was there, and she was listening to the recording track, and you can hear it go bang.
What was that bang?
She hadn't noticed that was the submarine exploding.
Because they had footage of the whole, like, the 10 years of making it. It banged all the time. Every single time it went down, it was like, something's broken, something's broken. Oh no, it broke so much they had to make a new one, and then they made the new one, left it out in the ice, and then went, yeah, it'll be fine. And so it wasn't even the original one. It was just one they knocked together after the first one had broken.
Well.
Hello, this is Cole Parker for Pear Shaped in Dystopia. You'll have noticed I've been away. Well, I say you'll have noticed. You've only got about 5 people that watch this. So, yeah, so all of you 5 may have noticed that I wasn't here and I had to show some old reruns of Cole Parker. Yeah, anyway, yeah, the reason that I wasn't here is because I've been undergoing some quite severe fascism. Yes, that's what's happened, as predicted. If you've been following any of the things I've been saying on this show, you'll know that last year I spent a lot of my time warning you that if they didn't, you know, vote for the competent person as opposed to, you know, this country would slide into fascism. Well, here we fucking go. Look at those trees there, that building there. That's Villa Park, spelled Villa Park. And that's a community centre. And we've had fucking ICE agents going in there, taking kids out the fucking swimming pool. Yeah. They don't even have to not be American. They should got to just look a bit brown. That's all. That's fucking all. So, yeah, mate, I'm living under fucking fascism. Yeah, so, jokey, funny show, ha, pear-shaped. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be telling some fucking jokes, and I will do, and I'm sure the comedy clubs kept going in Berlin in the 30s, to some extent. I mean, the Kit Kat Club certainly did, didn't it? That's what the musical Cabaret is based on, isn't it? While the Nazis were invading, they all just, you know, everyone decided to go and fuck a tranny. Why the fuck not? Do you know what I mean? End of days, do something you haven't tried before. Well, maybe if, you know, you might have tried it. I know Anthony's definitely tried it, but most of them turned him down. Yeah, so I'm living under fascist rule at the moment, and it's only going to get worse. Remember, this is like 4 months in. What was it, 5 months in? 5 months in. What's it going to be like 2 years in? 3 years in? I guarantee, mate, non-Christian groups, people of colour, dissidents, they're already attacking intellectuals and they're attacking the free press. He's going to stop funding like anything that doesn't support him. So any right-wing propaganda bullshit will be allowed. He's even banned reporters from press briefings that don't like offer him friendly questions. It's fucking unreal. And don't forget, the White House cabinet has got 30 people who were involved in the Fox News scandal, where Fox News had to pay $787 million for lying. This is also the same channel that lost their broadcast license in the UK in November 2017 for lying. These people now run the most powerful office in the world. We're fucked, mate. I hope you guys have got an escape plan. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Ha, jokey comedy show. Right. Jokes. Hang on. I have written some, believe it or not. Hang on. Be right back.
If they're going after intellectuals,
yeah, we're all safe.
Yeah, we're all safe. Yeah.
Well, Anthony might be in trouble, but the rest of us
yeah. Al, you're going to be.
I'm a pensioner. Have some respect.
They don't like fucking pensioners. You know, it is all the pensioners that's causing all this shit over there, isn't it?
Yeah, stop oil road protesters, chain themselves to lampposts, sit down, all that. These are all the hippies in the 80s and 90s. Well, am I muted? Why can't I hear myself?
We can hear you.
Yeah, sadly we can hear you.
Yeah.
Why can't I hear anything? I'm a pensioner. Have some respect.
Yeah, that's why you can't hear anything.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
I've been down to the big Specsavers in town.
Yeah.
That's going to be my new look. I think this is what people are wearing now, isn't it? This is if you want to be funky and
you look like a Thunderbird.
Well, it's like
yeah. But this is my, this is.
You need to go like this. You look like a thun. You need to go like that with your thumb. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it
This
didn't
is
do
like,
bloody
you know,
Holly
one of
any
those
harm.
dystopian horror movies, and everything, and Cole is sounding the alarm, and then we just go, yeah, big specs, and everything carries on, and we all die. Fun.
They're a good idea, because if you have big glasses, you can't lose them. This is like, they're always trying to advertise to me like invisible hearing aids. And I think, well, I don't need to buy invisible hearing aids. I need hearing aids that are so big my mother can't lose them. You know, an ear trumpet or something
ear
like
trumpets.
that. You know?
Ear trumpets in each one.
You see, Malcolm Hardy would never have had a problem losing his glasses. That's why he always had them that big. You know?
Yes.
He never lost his bollocks, did he?
What's the pendulum above Elise's head?
It's like a light switch.
On the right.
It's time running out. The light is an old-fashioned light switch.
Ask not for whom the pendulum swings, Al.
The fast thing.
Oh, very nice.
Can
yeah.
you see? Can you see the computer?
Yeah, I can see them. Yeah.
I got these from Specsavers, and I got on quite well with the lady in there. You know, so I said, "When can I see you again?" She said, "They'll be ready on Thursday." She didn't think it was funny either. I think it's fucking hilarious.
He's been doing that one for years, getting pretty much that reaction.
I did it in Specsavers. I did it for the...
I know, it's a bit obscure.
Yeah, nobody likes it. Well, when can I see you again, darling? They'll be ready on Thursday. I think that's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's subtle.
So she's avoiding.
Yeah.
She's
Not like
avoiding
his
him,
fucking glasses.
basically.
Well, these are subtle though. This is where everyone's. Look at anyone. Look at what's Gokwan. Look at him. He has these.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks he's a genius. He's a genius. Everyone else.
Edna Mole is it out of The Incredibles?
I've not seen that. Is that a cartoon? Is it?
Yes.
All right.
Little dress designer.
Yeah. I bet they make me look great. Look, I think I'm gonna keep them on.
Yeah. Our audience, Alan Lister, he has a pair of them.
I can't keep them on. They're mad.
Does he?
That's better.
Yeah, he keeps popping up on Facebook. Yeah. On holiday with his big glasses.
Dickie, are they functional glasses?
No, they were like $149 off of that Chinese site. I thought I'll get them. I want to do one gag, which I did.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah, I did one gag.
Well, you can claim it on tax, can't you? The whole.
Well, exactly.
$1.49.
It's
but you wouldn't need to if you hadn't machinery.
I've got it as plant and machinery. I've got that down as yeah.
So we've got to go in a minute, have we?
We've got 9 minutes left.
9 minutes.
We didn't get much scandal and gossip, did we? We just got
not
at
all.
We got a few serial killers and stuff. That was quite interesting.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, if we were to do gossip, what's the rules on gossip? Are we allowed to go? I mean, so we mentioned some people that were reviewers.
Blind items.
Yeah. Is there anything actually juicy that's going on that we know about, that perhaps about people that we might know?
That we won't get sued for.
Yeah, what? I don't know. There's no gossip, is there?
All right.
One of our throng, Sean, Poetry Nook Sean, he won an award.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Well done.
We should all be really American. Way, Sean, you know. Yeah. Was it
not so established old comedian of the year person that's been around?
So old. Yeah. He won it. Yeah.
So the opposite of best newcomer.
And he mentioned that Chortle said he won it. He said they didn't put my fucking picture up. they didn't review it. Nothing. So
they never do.
And the Comedy Store fella had done that routine with him, you know. Well, how did you think that went? You know, we'll never book you. You're not a Comedy Store act. Right. He put him through that. So,
I'll tell you what. You know, we mentioned Edinburgh earlier. Has the Edinburgh joke winner been announced yet? Because it's always announced
last year. It got announced years ago. And
so it's announced like 2 months before the Edinburgh Festival. They do joke of the festival. I wonder who's won that. You don't actually have
to do the joke in the Fringe. You just have to submit it and go, this joke is the joke that I did. It's amazing, this joke, isn't it? So you can submit it if you've got the right channels and then not bother doing it in your show.
Oh. Does that mean I can send them Ian Stone's joke?
No, send in your Specsavers one, Brian.
Yeah, the Specsavers one, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Slay them in the arm.
I suppose if you're savvy, then you send in the joke and get the result before you get your flyers printed. Then
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think they don't announce it, but you sort of get inklings. You know that you've entered it.
I'm gonna claim it. I'm going to claim it. I'm going to put it on all my posters saying this 2025 joke of the fringe.
Yeah, well, I mean, anybody can set up a joke of the Fringe Award. We can all set up our own awards and say we won them. There's no rules.
Let's just set loads of them up. Set loads of add in infinite number of Fringe Awards for different things.
Just give each other an award to give it some validity, so that you're not giving yourself an award. You're just giving all your mates an award, because that's how it works anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
You need to have a big logo saying "Joke of the Fringe 2025." Big logo on your flyer. Underneath it in small print, entrant.
Yeah.
Nah, you just need to make up.
Just claim.
Just make up your own award and give your friends the award, because really.
Yeah, but it's who decides? There's no official law that says this is the joke of the Fringe. You know what I mean? So you can go.
There's no official law. You can set up infinite with just slightly different wording in the award and have infinite awards.
Well, you can't really, because it's false advertising. I think the ASA would complain. So
I'll die on this hill, Anthony. I'm willing to take that fight.
Paul Ricketts had on his thing once, winner of an award in Edinburgh, and or winner of Edinburgh Award, and he said, "Well, I have been to Edinburgh, and I did win an award. It just wasn't for comedy."
Yeah,
but he doesn't say that on the poster that it's for comedy. So technically, it's true.
Dickie, you said you're taking the same show up, yeah?
Yeah.
Complete with underpants
underpants. I've got pyrotechnics this year.
Well, I think
pyrotechnics and a song
across your underpants. You have cancelled. That'll fill your fucking room for you. Big Dickie.
Across my underpants, I could have testicular cancelled. Couldn't I?
What venue are you at?
I'm at the Globe again, so I'm at the Globe in Nitry. So
I got one for you.
There.
Right, you can say there's a lot of people going on about global warming at the moment. Well, I've got a couple of globes that need attention. You can try that if you're wearing your underpants.
You can call it SOS. Same old shit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Same old shit. Yes. Well, it is the same. It's the same shit, different year. That's all it is.
Yeah. Right. So if you get cancelled and you won the SOS award.
Good idea. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Great, isn't it?
Award winning.
I thought this bit wasn't being filmed. I thought this was a green room. Gossip.
No, it's
no.
Oh no!
Lawsuit stuff.
This is libelous.
That's why none of us have said anything, Al.
Yeah, lovely to see you all.
I'll tell you what. If we all laugh at the same time, I can use the same laugh in between each bit.
Right, ready? Go.
Brilliant. Oh, do that one. Play that one again. Yeah. Thank you very much. And we'll let you know when we're going to be over there, and maybe we can get together and have our...
Well, that was a marvellous show. I must say, I really enjoyed it. I thought everybody was absolutely hilarious.
Well, I can see you enjoyed something, yes.
In fact, I'm so happy that I would actually like to pay something.
Yes,
but I don't know where to start, actually. Normally, I have a little man who deals with the money for me, but he got in a fit of laughing and he seems to have disappeared somewhere.
I know how to do it.
So, how do I pay?
Scan the QR code or follow the link.
Well, that was Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30, once a month. Pear Shaped, and we hope you thought the show was really great. Last Wednesday of the month. Pear Shaped, if the comics made you grin, feel free to chuck a $5 in the bin.
Or 10 or more.
Pear Shaped in Dystopia. Wednesday night at 8:30. When does it run?
Oh my goodness, this is telling you, dear.
Listen.
There you are.
Is it next week?
No, end of the month, dear. End of the month.
Next month, the end of the month.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Well, I shall be here, so
Yes,
thank
you
you
will.
for everything.
It's all right.
And I'm just trying to figure out how to pay.
Well, you've
that's
been
all.
told, dear, if you haven't worked
Thank
out
you.
by now.
Looking at me when I'm looking past the mirror.
Oh,
Hello.
you're back.
Oh. Oh, sorry, we came back now. I'm bored already.
Oh,
That's gone all awkward.